Welcome to AXIOM TV. I'm your host, Jason B. Sareve. How's everyone today? Thank you, salute. Welcome to another episode or an installment in our series of Say Word, where we seek to undermine the newspeak, the modern day newspeak. I apologize this week because I don't have a different reason to give you this week as to why to continue to improve your vocabulary. And it's not because I couldn't think of one. It's because we're doing something a little different this week. Rather than our usual words, vocabulary words, new vocabulary words, we are defining terms. To be more specific, objections used in argument. So without further ado, wish me luck, because it was very hard to memorize these terms, so I might have to open my eyes every once in a while to look to see what the next term is coming up, because they just, I don't know what it is. I'm just, this Greek or Latin thing, it's just not, for some reason I'm not comfortable with it yet, but we're gonna give it a go here. So here we go. All right, let's get them ready. Hold on, not yet. All right, here we go. Appeal to ignorance. Ad ignorantum. Appeal to ignorance ad ignorantum. Asserting a proposition is true because it has not yet been proven false. Appeal to ignorance ad ignorantum. Asserting that a proposition is true. For some reason I put my glasses still on my face. Asserting that a proposition is true because it has not yet been proven false. And that was appeal to ignorance ad ignorantum. Our next term is arguing by association. Arguing by association. An argument used to promote guilt by association. Arguing by association. An argument used to promote guilt by association. Argument backed by a stick. Force. Argumentum ad baculum. Resorting to threat in order to have a point accepted. Argument backed by a stick. Force. Argumentum ad baculum. Resorting to threat in order to have a point accepted. Let me make sure of the next one. Bandwagon appeal. Ad populum. An argument that suggests one is correct if they go along with the crowd. Bandwagon appeal. Ad populum. An argument that suggests one is correct if they go along with the crowd. The next word after that is contradictory premises. The points in an argument contradict each other. Therefore, there is no argument. Contradictory premises. The points in an argument, the points in the argument contradict each other. Therefore, there is no argument. The next word is false alternative. Either or syndrome. Am I right? Yes, either or syndrome. All other possibilities, explanations, or solutions are ignored. False alternatives. Either or syndrome. All other possibilities, explanations, or solutions are ignored. The next one after that is false cause. No, hold on, I apologize. False analogy. False analogy. An argument that assumes a fundamental similarity between two things that resemble each other only in part. False analogy. An argument that assumes a fundamental similarity between two things that resemble each other only in part. And the next one is false cause, post hoc. Let me make sure I said that right. Yes, false cause, post hoc. This argument equates sequence with causality. Because event A was followed by event B, the first caused the second. False cause, post hoc. This argument assumes a fundamental similarity between two things. Oh no, I apologize for the mistake. You see what I was talking about? Yeah, this one's very hard this week for some reason. And trust me, I did my study on this. I don't know why it's getting me. Maybe it's because it's terms rather than words. But for whatever reason. Anyway, let me get back to it. False cause, post hoc. This argument equates sequence with causality. Because event A was followed by event B, the first caused the second. Okay. And the next one is hasty generalization. Hasty generalization. The argument assumes all are the same, but there are too few instances to support such a claim. Hasty generalization. The argument assumes all are the same, but there are too few instances to support such a claim. And finally, let's see if I could pull it from memory. I'm trying to pull it from memory. I want to say it's, let's look it up. Hypothesis contrary to the fact. I wouldn't have remembered that. Hypothesis contrary to the fact. An argument that starts with an untrue hypothesis and then tries to draw supportable conclusions from it. Hypothesis contrary to the fact. An argument that tries to draw, an argument that starts with an argument that starts with an untrue hypothesis and then tries to draw supportable conclusions from it. Hypothesis contrary to the fact. An argument that starts with an untrue hypothesis and then tries to draw supportable conclusions from it. Good Lord. Yeah. That's the now you see the difficulty I was dealing with on this set of terms. I'm sure it's because we're doing something new this week with the using terms, defining terms rather than words. That's probably what the difficulty was. Whatever it is, I'll try to improve on. I will be improving on this and definitely continuing to work on these. But you should do the same, continue to grow like this beautiful plant. And we'll talk to you guys later. Think or salute. Enjoy the rest of your week. See you next week.